So hello all, again welcome to this second lecture video for Python. In this lecture video I will be discussing about the variables and literals in Python. So let us start the notebook. So it will open the notebook for me, and there we will directly write the codes and we will do the programming. So here I will open new script file. Okay, now it has opened. We'll start. So what is a variable? I'll write here for you. So a variable in programming is used to store data or values. I'll write a variable in programming is used to store data or is a values. Okay, for example I can write, if I write a equals to 10, and the second if I write a equals to, let's say, 1.1. so what I'm doing here, so if I write a code like this and if you run this, so there is no output. Okay, this is just running. So successfully it compiled and run. That means there is no error, but there is no output also. So what has happened here? So here in the comment line I'll write here a and b are the variables. I will make it a more larger screen for you. Okay, a and b are the variables. Okay, and what happened here, where a stores the value 10 and b stores the value how much, 1.1. simple. And this equal symbol is used to assign the values to the variables. Okay, simple thing. That is what we are doing. Now let us see that changing the variable. So once something is stored, how you can change that. So before going that, let me just print those values. So in the previous class I have discussed how to print. So simply I'll write print a comma b if I write. So let us print in different lines, print a and print b. Okay, if I run this code, see I am getting 10 and 1.1. okay, this is the values. Now if I want to change the values, so what to do? How to change the value of a variable? Very simple. So initially let me write a equals to 10. Okay, now what I will do, I will write print a. After that I will change the value of a. So simply I'll write a equals to, let's say, I'll write one like this, hello. Okay, now again I will print the value of a. So here what I am doing, starting I am storing a value 10 to the a variable and I am printing that. After that I am again storing one value to the a, that is a string, okay, written as hello, and I am again printing that. So if I run this code, what will happen? So two lines will be there. One line will give me or show me 10 and another line will give me hello. See, so first it is printing a, so a value is 10. Now the value of a is changed to a string, that is hello. So this is how you can change the value. Next let us know some rules. Rules for naming a variable. So I was trying something but it didn't work, so okay, I'll write the command line like this. So rules for naming the variable. So rules means what? You cannot randomly name your variables, right? So what will be the limitation, or what are the things you need to remember before you take some variable? Because variables are that it is user defined. What you want to take, you should take the variable. Okay. So the point is, a variable name consists of what? Alphabets. That is what alphabets? A to Z, or capital A to capital Z, and 0 to 9, along with one more thing is there, underscore. Which underscore? This is the underscore symbol. Okay, these things can be used as your variable names. Now you can use the numbers 0 to 9 can be used in a variable, but you cannot start a variable with this. So you can't start a variable name with a digit. Okay, so let us just check that. If I write let's say A4, simple A4, I will take a variable that is equal to, let's say, 12. Okay, if I run this, see there is no error. But if I will change this, if I write 4a, then what is happening? 4a equals to 12. So this is showing invalid syntax. So you cannot start a variable name with a digit. So this is wrong. Wrong representation. Okay. And what else you can do? So you can put, if you want to, means suppose you have A1, A2, A3, A4, so you can write directly like those, or else some variable names you can say variables names can be as let's say we'll write number or name or place, or you can write number underscore 1. Okay, or you can write like number of, you say you have to write number of let's say places. So this is how you can write. So you cannot give, you can't use space with variable names. Okay, so if you want to write let's say age of crowd, okay, number of crowd, so you cannot make a variable like this equals to 12. So this will give you a syntax error. But how you can write this? So what you can do, you will write number underscore of underscore crowd. So you can write like this, the variable you can declare like this. Next is, why to use underscore? Because if you want to give a variable name like this that you can understand, so without space it is very difficult to read. Again, with space it is not taking, so it's better to use the underscore. Okay, so now there are some things like predefined words are there which you cannot take as variable names. Okay, so I'll write there are predefined words that can be used as variable names. So what are those? Like if, for, except, or etc. Means like this, so many variables are there. So by the time you will learn, so you will get to know. So let's say if I write for equals to for, let's say 5, so it is not possible. Okay, it will be syntax because for is a predefined function. If I write for 1, then it will take. You cannot write for as a variable. Why? It is a inbuilt function. So this particular for is used for some inbuilt function dedicatedly, so we cannot use that. So when you cannot use that, you see all the variables writing, it is simply black color, but here it is coming as a green color. Okay, that means you cannot use that. Okay, so next is Python literals. So what is Python literal? So Python literal is nothing but a raw data used for representing fixed value. Okay, so I'll say raw literals are raw data used to represent fixed value. Okay, for example, so if I write number equals to 5.5, okay, so this number is a user defined. Okay, this here number is a variable and 5.5 is called the literal. So here, so see number, when I press hit enter, so it by default this started from here. Okay, so that means it is a literal. It is called the literal. So if I write let me just change it. If I write some x equals to, let's say 5 and hit enter, it is starting in the normal place. If I write number equals to 5, pressing enter, this is a this is the same thing happening. So I think that because of typos error it happened. Okay, so number 5.5. now here number is a variable and 5.5 is a called as literal. Okay, so I'll run this, there is no error. Okay. Next I will run numeric literals. What is numeric literals? So this can be belong to 3 different numerical literals. Okay, so there are 3 different numeric literals. So what are those? So basically, how many types of means numeric things you know? So one you know is integer. Okay, integer. Second one you know is float or your divisible values, and the third one you know is that is complex numbers. Float number, integer number, or complex number. Integer is nothing but the whole number. Float, it will represent the decimal values, and complex number. These are the 3 types of literals. Okay, so integers, the examples I can write, integer is 5, then 0, okay, minus 5 or minus 6. So these are the integers. And what are the floats? The floats are, example of floats, think, so 3.4, okay, 1.3, 22.22. so these are some example of floats, floating numbers or float literals. Then next is complex numbers. complex number, so there will be a complex part and real part. So it can be simply written as 2 plus 3 3.4 j. So simply writing like this will represent a complex number, or else only complex part 1.5 j also you can write. Okay. And after this also there are numeric can also be represented in binary, hexadecimal or octal systems. So these are the decimal systems, right? So it can be represented as octal binary numbers. Okay, octal binary or hexadecimal numbers. For example, let us write how that can be a octal hexadecimal. So I'll write a equals to 0 b 1 0 0. Okay, so this is nothing but a binary representation. Okay, so it is a binary. So 0b is written, so binary. If I write b equals to, if I write 0 o and then some number 310, so it is nothing but your octal. Okay, next is if I write c equals to for hexadecimal. Okay, for hexadecimal you may be thinking it is 0h, but it is 0x. Okay, so 0x hexadecimal number, for example 1 2 c e. So hexadecimal up to a b c d e is there, so hexa. So let us just check that if I print a, then what it is giving me. So it is giving me the equivalent decimal. Okay, so if I print b and I'll print c, let us see what values it is giving. So it is giving me equivalent decimal numbers. Okay, so the outputs are equivalent decimal numbers, or I can say the values gets converted to decimal. Okay, this is what happens if you write a code like this. So next will be, these are the numerical literals. Then there is something called your string literals. Okay, so in string literals, for example, string literal is nothing but a sequence of characters surrounded by quotes. So what is this? We'll write sequence of characters surrounded by quotes. Okay, quotes means what? We'll write this is okay, this is also okay. It can be written like this or like this, both will take it. Okay, now I can use either single, double or triple quotes. So this is single, double, single, or it can be used triple quotes. Triple quote is not available in keyboard, but if it is there, it can be used. Okay, double quote, triple quote or single quote, so all will be working with your strings. So I'll write name equals to, so if I need to store a string here, so what I have to do, I have to give a double quote or a single quote, whatever you want. So Jack Sparrow, everyone know who is Jack Sparrow. Okay, the pirate. For another example, I can write another name. I'll write like this: another name. Sorry, another name equals to, it's single quote I can write, so it will be Mike Smith. None of my friend, I don't know who is Mike Smith. If you know, that is good. So this is how you can write the variables in string literals. Okay, next is for multi-string. We can use the triple quotes. Okay, multiple string means multiple underscore string. So it can be written as 3 quotes so we'll write name Jack, then salary, $5,000, it is 50,000. Okay, and one hit enter, and you can write age 24. Okay, so this is how it can be written. Next is something called Boolean literals. So let us just run this. So there is no error, everything is correct. You can write like this. So let's just print the last one. What is the last one? Multiple string, multiple underscore string. So if I print this, so you see this is how it comes out. Okay, name is Jack, then salary is this. So multiple strings means these are different lines or a different string. These are not a single string. So single string means Jack Sparrow is a single string. So here if I write, so now if I run this, so you see, so the name Jack Sparrow now becomes a single string. This is a separate string. So this is about the string literals. Next we have one more literal, Boolean literals. Okay, so Boolean means, first of all, Boolean means there is two things, either 1 0, either true false, either on off. So there will be two things. Now here in Python we have two Boolean literals. Okay, so here we have two Boolean literals. What are these? One is your true and another's obviously false. True literals are there. One is true and one is false. See, this true and false will be used so many times in Python. In so many places it will be used. Okay, so let us write a equals to true, T capital, true, and let us run this. Okay, so here what happens, in this case we have assigned the true variable assigned true to the variable a. Okay, so now if I write a equals to true, so this is true is not defined, you cannot give like true. So if you want to give true, so you have to give this in quote. Okay, so now it will be a string, it is not a not a literal, but if you write like this capital T true, then it will be a literal. Okay, but here also if you give here quote, then what will happen, it will now be a string. Okay, so now it will be a string, it will true is a string. So let us just get this and let us try to print what is A. So what value it is giving? True. Okay, actually true here, true is means nothing but a literal here, it is not a string here or a data here. Okay, so that's it for now class. Okay, and in next class we will discuss this new concept. So that is Python input and output, how to take input and how to take outputs, that we will discuss in the next class. Okay, so have a good day, and please subscribe to get the new video and the next class. So till then, bye bye.